Hey guys, now we're 7 days into the new year and I am totally loving the energy in this new year, the new energy that, the new year brings. And it really does feel like the year is the year for getting the bag. So if you find yours, definitely secure that bag. As always, this is Kasa and you know how we do on the show. Let's get straight to it. Starting off, Nollywood actor Jim Ike's revelation this week has set social media buzzing again. And to be very honest, it's very hilarious watching people bite to try to take their words after uttering reckless words. Now, still on the continent, December saw a lot of crossover activities all over the world, but something rather odd happened in Ghana. You'll get the details later. Now, from there, we head to outside of the continent, where there's an ongoing podcast controversy, which Kasa will wrap up with the itch. Now, should brides be insecure about how guests dress to their wedding? We'll see. Welcome to Kasa. I am Malcolm Sime, and joining me on the show today is a beautiful Lee.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. And Troy.
Hi, Amal. How are you?
I like it. I like the...
Black look good on you.
Well, thank you. Black looks good on me.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks you so much. It looks good on all of you, too.
Oh, yeah, that's from putting on black.
Well, yes, guys, welcome to Kasa. Now, starting off in Nigeria, Jim Ike had one of the highest grossing Nollywood films of 2022. And that may actually be attributed to his successful PR stunt, which we know now, I guess, prior to the movie's release. Now, in an interview that surfaced online earlier this week, he revealed that his fight with Nollywood actor Uche Maduagu went viral actually on social media, was staged actually in 2022 year, guys. It was staged as promo for the movie Bad Comments. He said he understands the audience and how to manipulate them into believing what he wants. Let's just take a look at what he said.
Called the man, we had an understanding, paid very well for it, wrote the script, called Moses in, we shot it. I'm about to release the ending of it. I'm not stupid. I know. I will never make that kind of mistake. I understand the people's mindset, their propensity for gossip and bad news.
Now, the actor took to his Instagram page and revealed how much he was paid for this stunt, which, has shocked most of us, given that some people felt sympathy for him and others believed that he deserved the beating he was getting. And he said Jim Ike paid me 3.6 million naira, guys, get the bag, to promote the Bad Comments movie. And he added 1.2 million naira after it went viral. He said, I'm not just the only talked about movie star, I'm also the biggest brand influencer. Now, first thing I have to ask you guys, honestly, the comments have been coming in fast and furious over this, but the big question is actually, was this worth it? Do you think it was worth it?
I think we need to ask Jim Ike that question.
Well, Jim Ike will tell you that it was worth it. I feel like the stunt was worth it, but revealing that it was a stunt was not worth it.
Yeah.
Why?
Do you think anybody watched the stunt happen?
I watched
watched the beating happen. It's like, oh my God, he has beaten. Let me go and watch the movie.
It was okay, not exactly, but I think it gave people an insight into what the movie might be.
Yeah.
I for one knew that was a PR stunt. I don't know if it was very glaring.
I thought the same.
I think for those of us that are kind of in the media, it's glaring. I really don't believe a lot of things I see on social media and TV.
So you guys didn't believe that Jim Ike,
because it was just very
convenient.
It was immediately,
it was very
in my mind, I'm like, how convenient is it that this happened, and then the next minute you actually had someone that you needed to go and deal with. So I felt like it was very convenient.
I didn't fall for it.
Wow. Well, I guess thankfully none of us fell for it.
I wish someone
but a lot of people fell for it because
a lot of Nigerians fell for it. I saw someone's tweet saying that all the insults were insults you now for waste, and I was like, okay. So it means like people fell for it. They insulted Jim Ike a lot. They insulted the Uche Maduagu guy a lot, and now they're like eating their words back because they now found that everything was a stunt.
But would you, if I paid you 3.6 to fight with me, would you?
Why not?
I'll give you Koboko.
Why not?
Would you slap me for 3 million?
Oh, darling.
Wow, guys, wow. This is
I will now give you like 1 million behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. Now, this makes one honestly think of all the situations that we have seen on social media, like I said, of would you slap for 1 million? Jim actually brought that to life.
Exactly.
He really did bring that to life. And most things are staged by celebrities. So right now, do we have to start questioning everything that celebrities? Because celebrities are simple that come and say we are only human. We have to act like humans. So where is the balance with all of that?
I question everything. That's the thing. With me, when I see things that celebrities do, I know that most of the times it has to do with PR. They're trying to get publicity. They're trying to be out there. So I'm just like, you know what? For what it's worth, this might just be stunned. So I don't really pay so much attention to what they do, because in my mind, I know that the likelihood is a 50-50 chance that this is real or this is done for PR stunt.
Yeah, so I was opportune to be in the know of a publicity stunt that went viral years ago.
Oh.
So since that thing happened, it was so believable. But since that time, you just need to realize that a lot of things that these celebrities do online are PR stunts. So, like, do I question it? Yes. Do I fall for it? No. I'm just like, okay, you know.
But you know the worst publicity stunt?
Yeah, go on.
Is the one that happens when you don't know it's a stunt on you, like. I had that happen to me,
like
where someone someone wants to trend.
Okay.
You're a presenter. Someone wants to trend, so they start giving comments and they start trying to have an argument with you or something like that.
Tick you up.
Yes, and then before you know it blogs. So you're not really ready for it.
That's what happened to Burna Boy and Shatta. Now Shatta just got under his skin.
Is that what happened?
Was Shatta trying to get PR?
Now, all over the world, people were doing different things to bring in the new year. Here at News Central, we had the crossover show, which was amazing. And for those of you at home, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I did.
Yeah. Now, some people were hanging out, and those who chose to watch the new year, and also those who chose to go to church. Now, this brings me to our next story. Rather shockingly, the video of an unidentified Ghanaian pastor bathing female members of his church during the crossover service has emerged. The bathing ritual was set up as a form of cleansing to ensure church members would be holy for 2022.
Wow.
Now, in the video, ladies stripped and got into a large bowl where the pastor bathed them before moving to another man who rubbed oil on them. Now, so many questions, so many. But firstly, why do we hold in Africa crossover service so dear? I know you had to go for crossover service. Yeah. Why is it so dear? Like,
okay, first thing, I had to go, but I didn't make it eventually. But why is it so dear? I think here in this part of the world, most of the time people want to cross over. Like, it's a new year, so you want to cross over in a much more spiritual state. Like, okay, wow, I've now cleansed myself of all the bad things of 2021. I'm now going in on a new slate. I'd rather do that than party into the new year.
When I was growing up, yeah, I think they still do it in where I grew up.
A lot.
So people would burn tires, would take like old clothes, old buckets, old things in the house. On the 31st night, once you're crossing over at 12, you'll now burn it maybe at a junction or somewhere. So like people have different rituals they do to cross into the new year. But I think sometimes it's mostly superstition, and other times it's like religious.
I mean, it's like crossing till midnight and then go and club.
But it really has people do that.
You see, that's the thing. Like it's
crossover and then go club.
Exactly.
It's like Iggy Haga.
I'm out.
I don't want to say.
What did you do on crossover night?
Me. I was here at News Central.
After your broadcast here, what did you do?
Shut down.
I want to. Now let's talk about the pastor's actions, honestly. Is this not a gross misconduct by the ever standard set? Like, will pastors one day be punished for these things? Because as a person, Liz, I'm sure both of you guys, your brains work properly, yeah? You will enter, you'll enter it and they bathe you.
I think we're gradually getting to this stage whereby it's going to get to a time where people, everybody, children, mothers, fathers, the government will be tired of the whole shenanigans that's happening with religion.
I think they're already getting tired.
But I feel like it's going to climax. It's going to get to a point where it's going to be really, really bad. Because I cannot imagine what's going through your mind. I mean, this pastor has defeated all the tenets set by all the standards set by Christianity, set by the Bible. I mean, Jesus washed feet and this man is busy washing.
But the question is, why did they even go as far as, the people that went ahead to, allow him to take their bath, why did they allow it?
You see, when I saw this video, it just made me realize, it just reinforced the thought that
religion...
saw the video? I did.
Mm.
It just reinforced my thought that religion has really brainwashed a lot of people. Because, I mean, in that video, you could hear church members saying, amen. Mm-hmm. When this pastor was clearly, talking about how his, it's people will sit in their house and say that he's not from God, but God clearly spoke to him and told him to, you know.
I mean, I think we've been seeing this trend these days, and I don't know if it's a joke. Because I mean, we have Mami Gio.
It's a bad joke.
That just described my picture and said, look
like
at jeans.
If this is a joke, it is a bad joke.
It's a very bad joke. Now, honestly, what do you think modern day Christianity has? How do you think, in what way has it deviated from what it should be?
Wow. First of all, you know, religion is a topic that is very sensitive.
Yeah.
And I know that modern day, olden days, I think these things have been happening. Just that now we have social media, and then everything is out there. You see it. You are able to talk about it. But back in the days, these things happen, but nobody's talking about it. You just say, religion is sacred.
You can't, you know, don't touch anointing.
No, your pastor says that
it would be
you're
really
doing
important if people learn to read God's word, the Bible, for themselves, because that way they can understand without someone literally telling them to bathe in front of everybody in the church. I mean, in your compound, when you want to take your bath, do you go outside and bathe?
You go to the
one part of that. But anyway, you know what, guys?
Why are you doing that in a church?
We're not going to go. We're going to try to not be very religious, but it's very sad that in this day and time people are still believing, you know, I would use my chest and say false prophets like this.
Yeah.
But you know what, now moving on out of Africa, the biggest story that I think that has happened this week, which is very disappointing and very disgusting. The co-hosts of Fresh and Fit podcast, Myron Gaines and Walter Wicks, are facing backlash after a verbal altercation with Dallas-born rapper Asian Doll prompted her to walk off the podcast set. Now, footage of the incident, which has since made its rounds on social media, shows Gaines visibly upset and scolding Asian Doll and her friends for having a sidebar conversation during the show. Now, Asian Doll calls Gaines mean as blip, which upsets the podcast hosts, and a verbal back and forth ensued. Now, the rapper says, I can say what I want, to which Gaines fires back, well, you can get the blip off the show, and Asian Doll eventually leaves. Now, things have taken a nosedive after an old video of the co-host discussing black women in an insulting and derogatory manner. You know what? I can't even talk about it. Just watch it, please.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that. Man. We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Now, there have been a lot of reactions, obviously, for the co-host's actions involving Asian Doll and From Before. American media personality Joe Budden had a lot to say on the matter, taken to social media. He says these idiots no, the podcast can't get off the ground or gain any traction without love or hate from black women. Don't have them as guests if you clearly don't know how to host them, clearly. Don't cater convo towards them. Say no to every dollar, view, like, download, subscription generated directly to or indirectly by them. Then I'll believe you. This is just pure laziness, amongst other things. If you can't find a funny, creative way to be inclusive or discuss dating, then go back to the drawing board. Now, before I even ask the question, this is a definition of clout. Because why bring someone to your show when you're going to be rude to them?
Okay.
Two things. The thing is, at first, you might never know how the script would turn out. You might never know how the conversation will go. So it just takes being a human being to know that you will never try to bring the other person down while they're on your show.
So
do you get?
I watched the podcast, and before I go into that, I just want to say something. So as a podcaster or as a radio presenter or an anchor, you're in charge of your show. So you control what happens in your show. In that podcast, Asia Doll was having a side conversation with somebody, and dude says, stop. This is the fifth time I'm telling you to stop. And she was like, you're rude. And as much as the presenters of this podcast are really, for lack of better words, crazy people, I've seen them say a lot of things that doesn't make any sense. Bottom barrel trash. That thing, it didn't make any sense. I mean, we're here for a purpose. Just imagine we're here now. You're having this on set now, and you're reading or presenting your stuff, and me and Lizzie are having. It's disrespectful to you and your brand. But then again, the backlash they received about the whole black woman, this black woman, that I think is well deserved.
Honestly, now, Gaines also called out what he deems the double standard when it comes to women's dating preferences. He said, no one bats an eye when women say they want a man who is 6 feet tall, makes a certain amount of money, blah, blah, blah. Now, those are considered preferences. But if I say, hey, man, I don't want to date black girls like that, I'm going to stop there. Because I also, let me just contribute to this. How does 6 feet tall and race come together?
Trust, you want to say something?
No, because so this whole black women, black men not dating black women thing, black men not loving black women thing is a conversation I see and hear all the time.
Yes, I see
especially
it.
on social media. I cannot relate because I'm not there abroad. Do you get?
I think
it's more.
Well, you're in Africa. You don't have a lot of
options. Let's watch them do their thing. Do you get?
Because what I see most times is people saying that the reasons why black men over there might want to date white men is just for a
white women.
White women. It's a prestige thing. Like you probably want to date a white.
They also
lady.
say white women are calmer.
Yeah, they're calmer. Then the black women are more aggressive. They're aggressive. And then look at what movies portray. Most of the movies portray. They portray the black woman as this wild woman, this woman that's just they make the white.
Well, honestly, I think what I would have to say about it is I don't think they don't want black women. I think black women nobody want those guys. But anyway, on the itch today, it's all about brides not wanting others to look too fabulous on their special day. Guys. Now, Pretty Diamond says she wants to wear this dress to someone's wedding, and then another user who is the Digital Dash responded saying, damn, that's wild, B. I would kick someone out so fast for pulling this on my wedding day, lol. Now, TV host and filmmaker Bolanle responded saying a wedding should be a celebration of a union and having an amazing time with friends and family. The concern about anyone looking better than you is a gross insecurity. A bride will always be beautiful because we are celebrating love and union, not because of the actual outfits they wear. But again, we all marry for different reasons. Now, let me give you guys my own personal experience. My sister's wedding, her maid of honor came in a white dress. As you know, my sister didn't know. She came in a white dress.
Okay.
So now, on your wedding, would you have a problem if I came, as well?
I know you like to look good on normal days, so feel free. I mean, I want everybody actually looking very good on my wedding.
See, if it's left to, as much as I haven't defined what I want for my wedding, as much as my mother has already called me that she wants me to get married in a few years.
No, we are no.
I think that I want people to come to my wedding dressed like they're coming for the Met Gala.
Do you get? But do you know, at the same time, I think so many people, there are some people, first of all, as a bride, you posting that shows lots of insecurity. If you're saying, you don't want people to
But don't you think it's respect as well? You're demanding for respect, which is right. It's your wedding day. I can't show up in white.
So people should not slay?
So as your maid of honor, I should show up in white.
Have you not seen other people that put
is
on
that a rule book that says...
No, I can't show up in white. I can't. Okay. It's just, you're in white, I'm in white. So what? We can confuse that. We can confuse your husband to choose me.
But people wear pink.
But what makes white the official color of a bride?
The fact that you're wearing it, dear.
I might not know the color of your dress.
So I mean, if you don't want that, maybe in your invitation cards and stuff, just let people know that.
Dress down.
Don't dress past me or don't wear white.
I mean, when I'm...
I like to slay on a normal day, so I should water down.
On my wedding day, you guys should all, dress up. Ellen likes people who dress...
Swaggy Jerry will style me.
Ellen Boo is gonna be on Mars. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been Pop Kasa. We have enjoyed the vibe, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. We'll be back next week. This was the first Friday of 2022, and we'll be back next week. Same time, same place, same vibe, and I remain Amal Nsime.